puppy, and that's something the two of you really pioneered in a lot of ways. Yeah, but how early in the life of a little dog does that start in a way that really matters?
Well, you know, we're going to have a lifetime together, so it's important that we start that relationship the day they're born. So what we'll do is, on the day they're born, even though their eyes aren't open for 10 days, we'll pick each one of them up, we hold them in our...
And I know that pays big dividends when you get out on the trail later on in life, but you know, there's not going to be too many challenges left for these puppies in your yard, maybe in another couple of weeks, and they'll still be way too small to put in a harness. So how are you going to bridge that gap?
Well, you know, what we want to do is we want every step they have, every success, not only successful and that they enjoy it, but of course if they want to do it again. So the first thing we look is physical ability. Are they big enough, strong enough, and fast enough? And we can, when we see they can do it physically, then we want to see, have they learned the skills the older dogs have taught them? In other words, are they listening to my voice, and are they following the example of those older dogs? Because when we're on the trail, they have to learn from the older dogs. But the final thing we want to see is something I can't teach them. The older dogs can't teach them. It comes from deep within each dog. It's called instinct control. And what that is, it's the love, joy, and desire that each one of these dogs has to run down the trail pulling a sled. And that's what you're seeing now. So we're going to hitch up a team. It should be kind of fun. I use a four-wheeler in the summer instead of a sled because there's no store, of course. So I modified this four-wheeler in a couple of ways to deal with, with traveling with dogs. Number one, I removed the engine. You can see my hand going through there. There's no engine, so it's all dog power today. Two, I've reinforced the brakes because going around corners, you have to make sure you have some control. But the final thing is that I've got these guys tied off to an anchor, and if I didn't do that, they'd pull the whole thing out right now. So I'm going to take off, and I'll give you a call when I'm on the other side of the way.
Well, it's a shame they're not easy to do this. Look at that. Boy, everybody leans in now, picks up speed, and just like that, David is gone. But keep looking to the left, in between the two, at the pace, then the rest of the team falls in behind, and all the dogs back.
Whoa.
The four-wheeler and I weigh over 600 pounds, and these dogs are pulling the
Paw command. Remember, this is all voice steering. There are no reins or lines. So you got to shout out what you want. G for right, paw for left. Some of you in farming may recognize those. Hike or all right to get them started. And then to stop them, you say, whoa, and then you just kind of pray. They don't like that command at all. You're going to see when they get back, he'll be lucky to get him stopped. I hope his brakes aren't too wet. So now watch the same trail on the opposite side again, far away from us, but go in the other direction, because he's done another U-turn, and then he'll come back into radio.
Here we are headed home, and I've got to say this is my favorite part of the run because I don't have to do anything. The dogs know the finish line is coming, so they're actually accelerating, and they're doing that because if there was teams in front of us, they'd pass them for sure. If there's team behind us, that's where they'll keep us. That's a great team. I'll tell you more when I get back.
Okay, now the next place you'll see him is right behind the dog pen, but going left to right, so that's where you want to focus. By the way, I couldn't help but notice we're kind of leaning to the left here a bit, which is fine. You're not going to tip us. I just want to make sure you know we're not done with dogs when we leave here, because David and some of the crew are going to join us at the village when we go on shore. Bring dogs with them. So you get to meet these Huskies right up close, just like this bunch popping into view right here. You'll get to pat them on the head, ask the mushers all the questions you like, take lots of pictures. Of course, there's a beautiful bronze statue of that great lead dog Granite at the village too. Now, look in the front yard over to the right by the veterinary barn, because that's where the team's going to come back in. And a cool day like this, I seriously doubt they're slowing down at all. So let's see how this goes. Okay, nicely done, David. Great run.
Very much. But you know, it's these guys that deserve the praise because they do the hard work. So after every run, every dog gets a pat on the head. And then just like us, everybody loves to play.
Yeah. Right out of gym class and into the pool.
Yeah, I'm not going to go in the pool today, JR.
No, that was 45-degree water in the middle of summer, so they can have it. But I was mentioning when you were coming around the last couple of turns there, we get to meet you. At least I hope that's the plan. Meet some of your crew. You'll be bringing dogs with you to the village, which is always a delight. And then that statue of granite that was given to Susan and yourself to commemorate his career. But the statue is not the only way that he's been immortalized, because there's also the book about him the two of you wrote. And I'm hoping that if anybody decides they might like one of those to remember this experience,